DTmerch.com is up, and we got plenty of stuff for it. We got all kind of stuff now, from mugs to coasters to stickers to caps, hoodies, and we got the shirt of the month. Don't forget Pixie. Pixie's going to be our shirt designed by Teresa Rockabirdie. It's going to be up for the rest of December. Before I was the man you see before you right now. Before I was Corey Coleman. Before we did this show together, Billy Brooks and I didn't even know this man at the time. Before the magic that you see here happens. Before Billy was friends with either myself or Martin Thomas, he was in a little movie back in 2002. Little Billy Brooks. He was in a movie called The New Guy that was filmed here in Austin, Texas. Everybody wanted to see this because, and we're going to talk about this, Billy Brooks is he's prominently featured in this movie.
In the background, yeah.
But you were there.
You were there.
Yeah,
I got my one close up.
You were there. As for the movie itself, well,
It was no good.
I hear you having trouble.
I can't believe those whooshies aren't going to show up.
this is where I'm like, what the hell is this? I completely forgot about this movie.
Say that part of the trailer, I start laughing
Because he comes over here.
What's going on?
Braveheart. I was like, how the hell? We're just watching a trailer. Trailers they're not meant to give you everything. But right here, I was like, what is happening? Tell me now before I go see this movie right here.
I ain't tell you shit.
You have to make her say, "Who's your daddy?" while respecting her as a woman.
The New Guy.
Okay.
To make her say, "Who's your daddy?"
Yeah.
Why would she say that?
Oh, people, it's funny. The New Guy got a lot of old. When it came out, as far as like humor and everything that goes on in here,
It is
man.
a pastiche
Boy,
of old jokes.
jokes that were old at the time when it came out.
Yes.
People, it is an hour and 25 minutes of what the hell is happening. It's great to revisit it. But really, I was just like, I have to ask myself, was I like this when I was watching it at the time? Because I really was like, what y'all doing, man? You would not think this if I just told you the premise. You watch this trailer and you're thinking, like, what does any of this have to do with each other? But the premise for this movie, you got a DJ Qualls, who is, they call it the New Guy because at his old school, he was, as I showed you earlier on in the trailer right here, as the trailer showed you itself, he's the geek, the nerd that's always getting beat up at school, getting mocked and made fun of. As he goes to prison, and you wait till we tell you how it happens. But we'll get into that in a little while. But he goes to prison where he meets Luther, and Luther mentors him into how to be a badass. The only thing is you can't do it at your old school because I already know that you a bitch. But if you find a way to get to a new school, you can be, as the title says, the new guy who comes in, starts fresh, and starts to make a new name and reputation for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, reinvent yourself.
Yeah, and reinvent yourself, as Madonna says. Now, now the thing with this movie is, why is he on the bad movie roast, is because unlike a lot of movies where it might be getting some bad reviews, but some people, they see it more favorable after time, or it's got an audience that loves it. It's a cult classic. It's got fans. This movie, and I'm sure this movie's the same, but it's one of those films that has the rare, dreaded 1-digit approval rating or percentage on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that right?
It's got 7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Yeah, 7%.
I didn't know that. He might look like, you surprised? I ain't surprised. I'm just like,
Martin looking at you. Why were you in that movie?
No. It's because you're right. 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. On IMDb, 77%.
Yeah. What? Well, like I said, you can never, that's audience score. I
know, exactly.
And I'm going to tell you something about the audience score on IMDb. If you read some of the reviews, even for the worst movies, those people go in there joking.
Oh,
They just start giving great reviews. Like go look at the reviews for Battlefield Earth. You could tell these people are full of shit. Oh my God, this is the most amazing science fiction film ever. Better than Star Wars, better than Star Trek. Oh, you just don't realize it. You know, people they go in there playing, so you can't. No, don't ever trust the audience go on the internet.
Besides the one he wrote.
Yeah. Now after time, we look at movies and even we say, well, listen, we watch this at home. It's not under the same conditions that we saw it at first. You know, I mean, maybe we feel differently about it. But I would tell you this right at the beginning, I can damn sure understand why all those critics hated this and why it has a 7% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's not a big mystery.
No, not at all. This right from the beginning. This movie is desperate. This is
desperate.
Yeah,
that's the word.
This movie is a look at me, do anything for a laugh movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's like that kid who goes and puts on funny costumes and just does crazy dances just for attention.
When the parents' friends are in town.
When the parents are out of town. You know, kind of just how the movie starts.
Sometimes I feel so nice. Good God. Hey!
That poor kid, they pumped that kid full of soda and Red Bulls and sugar, and they just put in, let his ass go.
Yeah, it sure did.
And open the cage and let his ass out.
Let his ass out.
Yeah.
I give it to the kid. He was really into it.
That's because he's high as hell.
Exactly. He been into it too. He's feeling it, boy, kicking in.
Look at me now, mommy.
And could they have tried harder to get a kid that looks less like DJ
They even had to make a joke about that in the movie, which I'll tell you a little bit. But so the movie starts out with young DJ Qualls, whose name in the movie is Dizzy, before he reinvents himself, and he's dancing, little kid dancing with in his gold underwear boxes with a big ass afro wig on. And looking at Dizzy as a kid kinda has something to do with the story, but not really at all. I tell you what it is. It's just fun to see a little white boy dance crazy in an afro wig.
Big afro on, yeah.
That's the only. You could take this out and it don't have nothing. A damn thing to do with this story right here.
All you got to do is mention like he was named after Dizzy Gillespie, and he likes funk music. This was not necessary.
It was not necessary at all.
Which, by the way, Dizzy Gillespie, funk music, not the same thing.
Well,
I'm just saying.
They for some reason they were just all in the black culture.
Just say that. Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, all right.
What happened was they said somebody told them, "Listen, you ain't got a movie. You need about 2 more minutes of some footage right here to do something."
Hey!
Hey, all right.
Why are you doing that, kid?
Hey, you
told me to.
Hey, if your nephew still in town, you still got that afro wig? Make it happen, man. Feel some shit.
Action.
Yeah.
Giving them gold draws.
Yeah. So we cut to Dizzy as an adult, who now we see is portrayed by DJ Qualls, and really they must have put that in later because they have narration. I don't have the clip, but they have narration where you hear Eddie Griffin say, "Well, he grew up to be a lot skinnier, a lot dorkier," and it's like, all right, you shot some shit that didn't match. Come on, you put narration in later.
Different hair.
You found a kid. You found a kid that looked nothing like him. You got to explain it now because they're probably the audience that tested this. Like I don't. Who was the little kid at the beginning? Because he don't look like that. Who was that little kid? Why was that kid there? Who was he?
He got a nose job.
Yeah, people like, damn, did he get AIDS or something when he grew up? Or something? No. I'm sorry. But,
he is woefully skinny.
No,
he looks like a young old man.
In real life, he had cancer.
Did he?
Yeah.
But DJ Qualls, look, I like him. It's just, this movie, well, I'm talking about it. But, he's actually... He's in high school now. He's like 17, 18 years old. And we see how this anything for a laugh approach plays out with this character now. Because it plays into him becoming the new guy, the title character. And it all begins with him, of course, being a nerdy guy trying to talk to girls.
Did you really think that would work?
No, but I thought it was worth giving it a
By the way, the hottest girl at school. Like he didn't try to move
work
up.
his way up, work his way up.
Nah,
No. He's like, look, I want that one.
No, wasn't no middle ground. He was like, shit. He saw that ass bend over. He was like, you know what? The hell with the middle man. I'm trying to. I know what I want, and I want that. Got to give it to old Dizzy though. Hey man, he shot his. He took his shot. Fell miserably, but he took it.
Did you really think that would work?
No, but I thought it was worth giving it a shot.
You knew something.
And listen, she had to go and touch him.
I know.
Why she put her finger on him like that?
Because arm.
Yeah, on his arm right there. Why'd you put that finger on his arm like that? Because you know you nerds cannot talk to girls
Without.
Nerds can barely talk to girls, but touching them girls, nerds cannot talk to girls without getting a hard on.
Talking, exchanging words, innocent conversation.
Oh my God, that's disgusting!
Oh, stop it.
How dare you be a nerd and get an erection in front of all these high school jocks? By the way, after that happens, he gets beat up by these 26-year-old high school students.
Hey man, he's knocking the hell out of 30 his goddamn self. Hold on.
These damn 28, 29-year-old high school students right here.
Put a jacket on him, a leather jacket on him.
Dizzy, what is that, man? What is that in your pants?
Hey, Dizzy, come on, my funky friend.
Of course, since he got a hard on, how dare he be a nerd and have a hard on in front of a hot girl? So they had to take care of business. Those damn 30-year-olds took his drawers off. They took his drawers off and wrapped it over his head and shoved him right into the first teacher that they could find. All right, so you see that he's in front of a teacher right here.
Who's randomly sitting there.
Who's been sitting there the whole time, ain't been saying shit.
In the middle of the hallway.
In the middle of the hallway. Got a desk in the middle of the hallway right here. Shit, that means that she don't want to retire. They just try to give her something to do. Just be the hall monitor.
Yeah, you just sit right here. You doing something. We'll put you somewhere in a minute.
You give people the key to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
But they put those 30-year-olds, they put his drawers on his head, spin him around with that erection, and that erection goes right into this woman's face.
And she's lining it up.
She's lining it up too. Yeah. She's like a field goal. Yeah.
Like she's setting up a shot.
Yeah. When she got a damn nerd dick in her face, she's got to do something about this now. And
hard nerd dick.
Hard. I said, well, this woman has got to do something about this. And she does. She grabs that shit.
It's mine now. Ow! Is this a weapon? You have to bring loaded weapons to school.
Talking about I gotta confiscate this weapon. You want that dick. That's what you want.
Right.
She grabbed so hard she got dragged across the floor.
Yeah.
And she's smiling while she's doing it.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, again, she's just sitting around the lockers randomly in the middle of the courtyard.
In her wheelchair. Like she was going from one place to the other.
Oh, yeah. And she's talking about, well, it's mine now.
It's mine now.
She looking right at her. Damn, you horny broad. She was holding on so hard, she broke that shit.
I'm showing this to Principal Zayla.
Okay, I said she broke it, he broke it. And I said, was he trying to break it off so he could escape, like a lizard loses his tail or something?
I guess, but the way they act, I thought it got pulled off of his body.
That's what I thought. I was like, I thought it broke off, but he was gonna run.
Yeah,
I thought she was gonna be sitting up there holding it while he was down the street.
Like, oh well, that's all I need.
The rest of it nowhere.
Yeah. So
that's top-notch humor right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
only the best.
So he gets bullied. He gets sexually assaulted by the school librarian. Gets his dick broke. And he's the one that's got to go to the principal's office. Mm-hmm. So he gets put into contact with the counselor at the school. Him and his dad, played by Lyle Lovett, if you recognize the hair and the
perfect
nose.
casting.
Oh yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Physically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he has to go talk to the counselor, and they give him a lot of meds. And by the way, this movie is never one to pass up on a nice penis joke.
You're not going to cure him with force, Papa Bear. It's going to take a lot of hugs and a lot of drugs. Now, only take one of these a day. That's pack.
Get it? Nah.
The decision to say like it'll be real funny if you do a exaggerated Southern accent. I'm like, why?
Yeah. Well, because they're in Texas, I guess.
They're in Texas.
What's her name?
Atlanta Douglas.
Yeah, she actually used to date Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, she's a good actor. She was in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
She looks like a female Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what?
Kind of nailed it.
We should have just told people that's Jeff Goldblum in drag. Because people would have believed it. That's when the real trouble starts, y'all. Because he's all medicated and everything, and while he's on medication, for some reason decides to go out in public, decides to go to the mall, and he runs into he runs into a black choir that's led by Gene Simmons of Kiss.
Now, do the rest of you young people know? Can I get an amen on that?
Because you usually find black choirs at the mall led by some Iranian dude.
No, Israeli.
Israeli, excuse me. Who's preaching abstinence and the kids love hearing it.
Right. Well, it's funny because it's Gene Simmons who's always talking about. Yes,
yeah,
right?
So
no, you're right. That's the irony of the joke right there. Dizzy is actually hopped up on drugs, so that's when he decides to hop up on stage and disrupt Mr. Simmons and this whole black choir over here.
That boy's got the spirit.
He's an idiot. If every member of the opposite sex ever told you you are not her type, if you've ever had duct tape ripped off your naked buttocks.
Yeah, because they've all had that happen to them.
Like, what?
They into it.
Well,
hell yeah.
He does get one of those. Have you ever had this happen? You're like,
Well, it's already happened. But.
And apparently interrupting a black choir led by an Israeli guy at the mall is a serious offense. I mean, you can go to prison with serious sex and violent offenders over there.
For taking a microphone away.
Taking a microphone away and standing in front and interrupting a black choir and preaching about getting duct tape off your buttocks.
They had to find some way to get him in that prison.
But that's what I'm talking about. But they forced that.
They did.
He committed no crime at all. And they put his ass up there in the pen with serious offenders. Oh, but hey, we had to get him there somewhere. Yeah. Hey, he had to meet his mentor Luther one way or another.
Yep.
Shit, we didn't have time to be bullshitting.
We got to get to this.
We got to get over this, man. Yeah.
We couldn't make him.
We got Gene Simmons for the afternoon, and somebody better figure out something.
Yeah, let's get him in jail as quick as possible. So, yeah, he don't commit no crime, but he goes straight to the pit with serious offenders. And that's where he meets his mentor Luther, who's played by what's his name? Eddie Griffin over here. And Luther starts teaching him certain things, but that's before Eddie Griffin gets the mug for a little bit.
I was a biatch. Rubber breasts. My brother.
So as you can see, they are bonding over being bitches at one point in their life.
I know, it's like, can we change these lines?
So after bonding over being bitches, that's when he says, you know what, you good peoples, man. That's when I can really start taking you under my wing and teaching you things like the look.
Watch this. That's what I gotta do. Switch prisons and start over.
You know what? I will say this. I wish the movie was better because they do have some clever moments in here. Because I thought it was funny how he did compare prison to high school. Which is kind of spot on. It's on point.
You know, high school, bad food, high fences, the sex you want, you ain't getting. The sex you getting, you don't want.
True words ain't been spoken. I can speak from personal experience myself. It is funny because it is kind of true. People even say, you'd be surprised how high school is preparing certain people for prison when you get there.
Well, especially movie high school where your bullies beat you up in the yard.
You get prison beat.
And the guards are nowhere around or looking the other way.
You in a Stephen King movie, you gonna get shanked. Well, not even a Stephen King movie, damn Shazam. They threw a crippled kid in front of a car.
Ran over with a car.
Hit his ass with a car.
And then got out to beat him up.
Wait, you ain't through with me yet?
Yeah. From there, your boy gets expelled. He's from what he learned, the whole thing of, hey, you got to be a badass, but you got to start over. You can't nobody know you from where you came from, because everybody can always hold that against you. But hey, if you want to start over, well, you know, I did some crazy shit to get sent to another prison. You're going to have to do crazy stuff to get expelled, which is where we lead to all these crazy antics and gags right here. A bunch of lame antics and gags.
Boy, howdy.
From Dizzy trying to get expelled.
Like still running too.
Yeah. Like when he steals a camera with the world's longest power cord. It's endless. He pulls it out the wall and just runs down the hall with it, man. Runs down and what is he running? What is he running to? He's running to the bathroom.
To the bathroom.
You're minutes to film his principal taking a shit.
I got plans to be the dropout. Yo, that's Principal Zayla.
Who's shitting a cinder block? I turn into a werewolf or something.
That's what killed the dinosaurs.
It gets him expelled, and gets him expelled to where he dreamed of going, the place he desired to go to the most, the worst high school in the city, which when you look at this, it's worse than the prison. The prisoners are actually hanging out and getting along. These little monsters over here, man, these little badasses, the teachers are running for their lives. They're tearing that school up.
Mascot, you dropped your bagpipes.
Oh, thank you.
That must have been his first day.
Exactly. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, thank you. You didn't know what was coming.
You already did. Yeah.
He hit him with his own bagpipe.
That terrible ADR.
By the way, y'all missed a great opportunity, because where was the I
know. Whenever you hit somebody with bagpipes, they gotta make a sound. Even when they're fake.
To have bagpipes is because they're funny.
Yes. That is the only, you're right, that's the only reason. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to the bagpipers out there, but y'all know that shit is hilarious. I was so disappointed when they did that.
And you hit them one more time, and you get the
the dying bagpipes.
Right. You blew it.
Yeah. So, and listen, you know, when he gets there on his first day, it is kind of funny. I did laugh I wish they'd done the bagpipe sound, but I did laugh when they beat that mascot down. And I also laughed with, man, see, this is the thing. It's frustrating because there are some jokes that actually work. If only the movie was better.
I know, you right when you were ready to just write it off and go, screw this, it'll be a gag or some joke that'll work.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. He's like, y'all could have kept this going.
Yeah.
If you weren't in such a rush to just crank out another Adam Sandler light movie, you could have had something that was maybe a classic.
You could have, because Dizzy, who's now Gil, he goes to the school and takes the advice of Luther, you know, using prison yard rules. Go there and take out the baddest person there and beat his ass.
In front of everybody. But you got to be quick before the bell rings. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, ain't nobody going to see you.
Who's the bitch now? You guys might want to come scoop up your friend.
That was kind of funny.
Now that is funny. I thought that's a funny gag, and they look. They dragged the joke out, but there was some funny things going on. It is funny.
The premise of it is very funny.
Yes, it is, and I give him credit for that, man. But from that point on, you can kind of predict what happens here. Now, I will say this, and this is what we said in the movie. This is how I remember that you saw it, because I said, man, you know what, DJ Qualls, his comedic acting is actually pretty good.
Yeah. Another
reason why I wish the movie was better, because, you know, the predictable things happen. There's nothing wrong with that, because, you know, we expect that. Like, you know, all the dudes fear him. All the girls start to adore him. And to see him, because he's not cool, but the more he tries to act cool, the more uncomfortable he is, the more silly he looks. But they don't know that. And they think that he's just being himself. Eccentric.
Yeah, eccentric, badass. He's been to prison. He's aloof. When he doesn't get it, he's aloof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to be somewhere without bars.
You were in jail?
You know, this is the 90s, back when chicks used to love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's went to jail.
Yeah. Nowadays it's like, get
yeah. You've been to jail? Shit.
What?
Hell no.
You still got plenty of girls that go for the bad boys.
You're right, but not like
it was a little bit more back in the day.
Yeah.
Shit, now they know that half those dudes got boyfriends waiting for them back in jail. Why don't you go back to your man? But see, there's some things that they could have worked with that they don't really run with because he's as badass to them now, and all the girls like him, but he don't know what to do with that ass.
Yeah, he can't close the deal.
Yeah, the girls throw themselves at him now, and he'd rather kill himself than have to get close to that vagina.
Okay. Oh, I forgot something.
Off the roof. Oh, yeah.
I did not understand what happened there.
Yeah, what was he
on the roof? Yeah. It seemed like he was into it, and next thing I know, he rolled off.
He did because he didn't know what to do with it. And listen, I gotta tell you, I laughed at that because I'm like, what? That fool, I said he rolled right off that roof.
Is he grabbing him? Oh, there's that cat.
On that cat.
There's that cat.
That was back when that cat was working, man.
Whoa.
That cat was everywhere.
He still gets a little bit working in there.
Yeah,
I think what he was trying to do was go to get his pants off, right?
And he slipped off, and he's clumsy. But that's the only thing I could figure.
I guess.
It seemed like he was sorry that it didn't happen, but I was like, that was so weird the way that was shot.
Hey, and now also the big bully that's at the school, the one he knocked out, of course, once he does that, they don't care about that dude no more. These two-timing chicks, she's like, well, shit, I'm into this new guy right here.
Oh, you caught me.
Yeah. And that's why I want to use you.
Boy, you about to break that dick again.
Man, look at his face, boy.
Oh, no, shit. The boot on his face.
Yeah, tone it down. Yeah, boot on his face.
Yeah, left his ass speechless on it.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
You want to do what?
Yeah. He didn't know what to say.
Yeah, he don't know what to do, boy.
Yeah. But you'll never be speechless with Babel over here, man.
I think Martin thought that was coming.
Oh, Babel. Martin is waiting. Martin said, we haven't done this in a long time.
It's been too long.
It's been too long. Some ain't right here, y'all. Now, hold on.
I can start to feel it, like the air starts to quiver.
Yeah. Martin's hair starts standing on end.
Exactly. The water in the glass was going, like Jurassic Park.
Martin's like, I can feel it. Stop. Hold still. He's got something's afoot. Something about to happen. Yeah, folks, but Babel, hey, we are back to taking the word from our sponsor right here. And you have plenty of words if you get into Babel. Babel is a language learning app and program. Sometimes you only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson. If you do that every day, you can start having conversations in that language you always dreamed of speaking in as little as 3 weeks. If you go in, spend the time to do it. I have it. I actually pay for it now because they gave me a free trial. Okay. And it's gone, so I just kept it because I was actually using it. And I wouldn't have kept it if I wasn't finding it sort of valuable right now. But thing with Babbel right here, and that is Babbel. You have a lot of language learning apps out there, but they use AI's artificial language. And we all know that's evil. We've seen what AI does out there. Not the case with Babbel. Babbel does not use AI for their lessons. Their lessons are created by over 150 language experts. The languages that you can learn. Look at this: Dutch, Spanish, French, Italian, Polish, Portuguese. You can learn Turkish. My wife is Turkish, so it's been impressing her that I have been dabbling with the Babbel every now and then.
You dabble with the Babbel.
Dabble with the Babbel. Boy, now hey, you're welcome, Babbel. Dabble with the Babbel over here. The cool thing about Babbel, though, is that, listen, when you speak these languages, especially if you go over there trying to impress somebody you met online, some girl you met over in France or somewhere, look, you can't be trying to talk the language of love, talking about oui, oui. Oui, oui.
Sound like a bad Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, oui, oui. Sacre bleu. You can't be, your accent is bad. You sound country as hell.
Mon ami.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Bon appetite. You can't be talking that. You gotta get your pronunciation down. And Babbel, they help you with that. It's very simple lessons. They also have podcasts. They got games, videos. stories that you can learn from. And here's the thing that you really need to know about Babbel. If you're not satisfied, they have a 20-day money-back guarantee. So you got nothing to lose by going there and playing with it for a little while. You got 20 days. That's plenty of time. Plenty of time to start picking up a language and start trying to have conversations. I mean, we all got things we got to spend money on. You know, you don't want to come in here and try to spend money on something that you're not sure you're going to be happy with. Well, along with that money-back guarantee, I'm going to give you something else. If you go to babbel.com/toasted, you'll get up to 55% off your subscription. Now, between the money-back guarantee and getting that money off right there, you got nothing to lose except not learning another language. You don't want to pass up on that. So go ahead and sign up. Once again, babbel.com/toasted to get 55% off. I want to thank Babbel. I like what you said. Dabble with the Babbel. Mar my hype man. So people, I want to thank Babbel for coming in and sponsoring this portion of the show. And of course, I want to thank all of you out there. Muchos gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Muchos gracias.
But you paid for it, right? So,
no, I didn't pay for that. That's
part of the free trial.
Yeah, that was part of the free trial right there. I got that one for free, and I'm giving that to you.
Hey, for you, Ray.
Getting back into Dizzy now, being known as Gil and being the edgy new guy at school. Ooh, scary edgy new guy, bad boy, if you will. Thing is, I mean, we know Gil as Dizzy, and Dizzy still has his heart. Gil still has his heart. And he slowly starts to stick up for, the outcasts, the underdogs, the people who are not as popular at the school. Now, this is where I think the movie is like, quit bullshit though, right? Because the movie tries... Because the movie tries to act like Gil over here. It tries to act like it itself is standing up for all the outcasts at the high schools out there, all the people who are bullied. This movie feels like it has this message about acceptance and also and understanding and compassion. And they show this to you too in the movie because they take every chance that they can to show you people in the background in wheelchairs, like that dude back there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where'd they all come from? Like this scene suddenly, all of them from school converged. Like I never see you.
By the way, I do appreciate the movie showing you all these people in wheelchairs and all these outcasts and saying have some compassion, but also saying. Yeah, but let's be real. A lot of those people are still dicks too. They got one dude in a wheelchair, or maybe it's a girl. She laughing at everybody else getting beat up like she's one of the bullies. There she is down there in the corner. She's laughing at somebody getting their ass beat.
Oh, that's right.
She's part of the problem. But while they're trying to act like they're against bullying, the movie's doing the same thing that the bullies do. Literally picking on the little guy. Literally picking on the little guy for a laugh.
Over and over
again. A cheap laugh.
A cheap laugh.
Yeah, a real cheap laugh.
Even when the bullies are backing off, they go like, yeah, but...
Yes.
We ain't do what you eat my damn sight.
Yeah, people. They got a... You can see, you can see something about to go down. Look at this.
There go my elbow.
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah, my ass is.
Yeah, man. You can see something about to go down. They got a dwarf in this movie. Why? For some nice, easy, lazy laughs up in here. This dwarf walks in. They just throw his ass around. Why? Just because it's funny. That's what the movie says.
Because he's little.
When he walks up because he's little. Like when he walks up for no reason. Like the bullies don't even, it's like almost like an instinct kicks in.
Yeah, right?
Like muscle memory kicks in or something. Like they don't say hi or anything. They're like, oh, so dwarf, let's put him in a trash can.
Hey, quit it.
Dummy.
Oh, yeah. The worst dummy.
Boy, that's why.
Look at me, I'm laughing my ass off.
Oh, that is you back there. You give me some dummy or some dummy legs.
Oh, yeah. And he stuffed them legs in.
He stuffed them legs in, man.
That was accordion on it.
Yeah. Man, those legs are glued to the trash can at one point.
Hey, quit it.
The legs float, and the way he throws it, like he bowling or some shit.
And I looked at it two ways. Like, one, it's obviously a dummy, so that's funny to me. But then if I really, really want to get sucked into this world that is real, I just look at it as that dwarf just gave up. Like they've been picking on him so much that he don't even resist. Those legs don't move.
He's like, what do I do to get this over with as quickly as possible?
If I go limp, I won't get it hurt as badly
exactly.
as I did last time. Sorry, go ahead.
He just accepted his fate.
Hey, quit it.
Whatever it is.
Get it over with.
This is the third time today. But what happened was one leg went up, another leg was straight.
Like that. When he throws it, the leg
This is not enough. Even though he's small, there's not enough room in that trash can for his body.
No, God. But
unless you made a pillow.
But look at these Muppet legs right here. Look at that shit, bro.
Muppet legs.
Contorted all wrong. They just broke his leg when they put him in there. Look at that. That's what I love about dummies, because they just bend in all kind of crazy ways. Got them little dwarf Muppet linguini legs in there. Look at it. That shoe.
That shoe was all up in there.
The shoe is twisted around
Ain't no bones up in there. That shoe was
twisted.
Tucked in there.
Boy, everything is funny.
Yeah, his toes are pointing at his ears.
And it's the style of shoes that make it funny too.
No, right?
Them little Buster Browns he got on.
Yeah, there's also Buster Browns.
The little hush puppies he got here.
The little Payless Buster Browns.
And the bullies apologized to him after Gil comes in and starts showing everybody like, hey, man, we need to be nicer and cooler to people, man. We can still be edgy and badass, but let's stop picking on people, man. Everybody has a place in my world. Everybody starts to say, you know what, he's right.
Look, man, I'm really, really sorry. I mean, the guy's pissed at you too, but...
Even when the movie's not beating them up, they still find ways to just make fun of them. Like when the bullies, when those bullies ain't messing with him, bullies from other campuses come over and start beating his ass.
Ed Liggett, Cuba. How you doing, man?
I was like, that wasn't even funny.
It wasn't even necessary. It was like,
no. He came up and was nice.
Ed Liggett, Cuba. How you doing, man?
This is how I'm doing. Get your ass in.
I'll tell you how I'm doing, goddammit.
I'm doing this. Man, that shriek. I'm sorry, people. This is not right, but these noises that they give him.
And the sound effect. Yeah. The Superman throw his ass. I mean, goddamn.
That's a whistle. Like, all right, if the movie's true about like, hey, let's not go for the easy gags and bullying people, then you should quit. But the movie don't quit. They still find ways to make fun of his little ass. Like they got him. Oh, no, we were talking about earlier. They didn't want to put the bagpipe sound in there when they beating up the mascot. But when his little ass is running down the field, when his little ass is running, they got them bagpipes on full. What the fuck I'm thinking about?
Full throttle,
full throttle, full volume.
All that shit.
Full force. Oh, man. It
doesn't.
It sounds like somebody on like flute.
It sounds like a recorder.
Yeah, recorder.
Recorder.
He's just like this. He looks at the camera like, can y'all leave me please? You guys.
Boy.
This is supposed to be the redemption part of the movie.
Yeah. When they ran out of bullies, they just messed with him anyway.
The only reason I'm laughing is because it's so unnecessary.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
It's unnecessary. I'm not laughing at Matt or how he's running. His name's Matt, by the way. He's running like that. I'm only laughing because I was like, I didn't know they did him like that.
Like you said, I just listened to it. I just listened to it. I just heard it. Because they actually played a song, man.
Oh, he goes on further.
Yeah, when he's off the screen, it's still going. Like he's a little leprechaun or something.
Yep, it's good.
They do him bad here, but at the end, in the end credits, they put everybody's name and they show him and don't put his name up there.
What?
Yeah.
You know? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I was
wrong.
noticing that because I was like, "Oh, who's this? Who's this?" And, there's something with him, and like, no name.
Matt goes.
Like you said, that right there, Billy, you summed it up. That was cheap.
Real cheap.
I mean, he's having a hard time catching up with everybody to keep it up.
And you see everybody just blowing past
running
him,
past him.
and then with the bagpipe sound, it's like that's come on, y'all.
Yeah. And the movie is so random, it's just confusing.
That's probably the bigger problem.
So in the movie, no one goes to any of the football games at this high school because they suck. And so people are like, why even go? Even the bully don't go. He don't play on the team. He's like, look, I'm an asshole, but I'm too cool to be playing on this team right here. No one goes. But Gil is so popular that the coach, who you might recognize.
Yeah.
And when I ain't gonna say nothing, but when you hear him, you don't know who it is. When the coach and the principal, they bring him in, they say, well, look, man, everybody loves you. So, if you could just do us a solid and go out to one of these games, people might show up.
Do you have any ideas how we might turn this thing around?
Good music?
Music.
Shit. Well, who's that actor right there?
Kurt Fuller?
Oh, yeah. He's kind of funny in this, man.
Oh, he's real funny. Yeah.
So it's cool that I like the idea that, the irony of it. The nerd is the one that's getting all the cool people and the jocks and whatnot to come to the game.
Mm-hmm. That's what principals do, the coaches do.
Yeah.
Man, we can't win a game. Hey, let's go talk to the popular kid in school.
They're desperate, just like this movie is.
He rises to the challenge.
So I thought that was a cool idea. Again, a lot of things, just like when they were talking about prison being like high school, I was like, man, y'all got some good ideas here. That was kind of a good idea right there. And then they go and pull some shit like this. Even like, what the f***?
Yeah, for real.
Why is he dressed like the general from that insurance commercial?
And how are we a rundown school, but we have a huge budget for costumes and props?
And a huge ass flag.
I mean, listen, some people will get this. But even if you get it, you'd be like, why?
Right.
But there's a lot of, man, when this movie came out, people my age, half the people probably wouldn't get this. I'm just like, it's so dated. It led to one of the funniest lines in the movie. That's my goddamn horse. That, if y'all recognize that dude, that is Show Nuff, the Shogun of Harlem right there. Mm-hmm. Also, Bucky from Disco Godfather. Bucky, what have you had? Man, but sometimes the randomness of this movie actually works because they would hit on something just out of nowhere. And it would be so crazy, and I didn't expect it, that I laughed out loud before I could even catch myself.
Ride 'em, cowboys!
Shut up.
Man, that's not funny.
I laughed hard at that.
I laughed so hard at that because I did not see that coming.
I know.
It's like, why? But I'm glad you did it. But yeah, man. Because even that dude's like, damn, that wasn't the script.
Oh, shit. Were you supposed to do that?
Because him and the main bully, they've had this Three Stooges thing going on the whole time.
No, they should have.
But that one, so it catches you off guard.
Yeah. I mean, Matt, you're right. They start doing some straight up Three Stooges stuff in here. They got Tony Hawk in here, man.
Oh, God.
At first I was like, why the hell is Tony Hawk in here just other than just the cameo? But they did something with him that's funny, man. It just, again, another head Three Stooges joke that caught me off guard. And I laughed so hard at this.
Oh, man. That shit look real fucking.
Look real.
Yeah, they took Tony Hawk's skateboard and busted it upside his head, and I laughed so hard at that.
They busted his head. He may as well be like that.
You're like, why? Was that the O'Connell brothers?
Yeah, the O'Connell brothers.
That was the O'Connell brothers over there. Which, why the hell they're here, I don't know.
Man, because they'll do anything for in front of that camera.
I read they were just ad-libbing. They were just like, let us just do whatever we want.
And then something, and just weird stuff would happen. Like, I don't even know why. I can't explain it. Like, they just started yelling random things at the principal at the show they have at the end of the movie.
Thank you. Who did that?
Hey, fat ass!
Quiet, Billy.
Hey, fat ass!
Quiet.
And the way he actually responded, hey, quiet you. that stuff like that in the movie is where randomness works. Because a movie can have random stuff happen. And if you do it cleverly enough, or just have to be consistent with how funny it is, that ain't happening here.
Yeah, this movie ain't about consistency.
But other things did make me chuckle, man. Lyle Lover's in this, man. Again, with some of the cameos, who, as you said, is perfect casting because he looks just like this DJ Qualls' father. If you look at the features or physical features, but again, something that just happened out of nowhere, and I should have seen this one coming right here.
I repeat, do not do that.
You scream like that shit.
I think they got one person to scream for everybody in this movie.
I know. That sounds like the same one.
And it's cool to see Lyle Lovett because Lyle Lovett looks serious as hell. He's a singer, if you didn't know, country singer. And honky tonk singer, and was married to Julia Roberts for what?
Everybody was like, what?
Was it like 2 hours or something?
Yeah. Maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes.
But he seems so serious, even though his songs are kind of whimsical sometimes. But to see him loosen up and have fun here, that was kind of cool.
That was fun.
There's another thing that had me laughing here. Vanilla Ice just beating the shit out of an Asian dude.
That's my microphone.
Bring your ass in.
He does it quick too. He just he don't miss a beat, does he?
He does not. And I'm gonna tell you something.
He was pretty good in this.
No, he was. He was, and he was so good. I didn't know it was Vanilla Ice. And I'll be honest with you. I said I don't. Back in the day, in the early 2000s, late 90s. A lot of these new metal guys and rock guys, they kind of start to blend together.
Yeah, and I sure did back then.
And some of the old rockers start adopting that new style. And I looked at that and I thought, is that Tommy Lee? And I'm not being serious, but I think that's Tommy Lee trying to rock one of these new fashions that are going on. But then the real Tommy Lee showed up.
Hey, anybody know where the VIP room is?
You can see he's making his transformation. Henry Rollins is in this. Henry Rollins, this cameo is actually pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was so funny that he was sitting right there. And I know Henry Rollins, but I didn't even. And if you don't know Henry Rollins, punk rocker, gone poet, gone actor. But he was sitting right there in the scene, and I did not notice him at all.
What's up, curly pants?
Got a sec? What? Phone call for you, Warden.
And also you see Jermaine Dupri and Kool Moe Dee.
Jermaine Dupri barely getting that line out. Phone call for you, Warden.
I know. How many takes for that?
That was right.
Boy, Billy, you were right about that phone call.
That's one of those takes where good enough.
Fuck it, we're gonna be here all day. We're gonna be here all day.
Phone call for you, Warden.
Phone call for you, Warden.
Yeah, cut.
Good. He's not an actor, y'all. People know that. All right.
You know, if you didn't know, you know it now.
You know now. So, folks, before we get on out of here, you know I saved one of the best things for last. As we've been saying, our dear friend Billy. This might as well be called the Billy movie for us. No. Billy is in the film, and as I said, Billy is prominently in this movie. He's everywhere. Because when you watch the movie, I did what I like to call Billy sightings. You were my own personal Where's Waldo in this, man. Because you're always in the background. Yeah. And I tell you, man, it went in phases for me. As I was looking for you, because it starts out where you're kind of blurry, and it's like, wait, is that Billy?
Up then, and we're not gonna give up.
And you look back here, and I was like, yeah, is that Billy? And then you get a little clearer, and you spot Billy in the background, like, yeah, I think that's Billy. Yeah. Babyface Billy right there.
Oh God,
you got hair. You got hair and everything, man. Oh, smooth babyface Billy back there. That you've aged well, man.
I appreciate it.
But I looked at that and I was like, yeah, I think it is, but I'm not really sure. But then there'll be a moment that comes up where you look and you say, oh shit, that's definitely Billy.
What are you doing, buddy?
Oh no, that's the other bone.
At first I kept seeing that guy. I was like, did Billy get a nose job?
Yeah. I was like, nah,
I guess he wouldn't tell us. He would have just done it.
Did he get his nose out to make it wider? Like,
I wouldn't tell y'all.
But then I'm like, oh, that's the other bald black dude in the movie.
Yeah.
Never mind. But then you see something and you like, you know what?
Carmen, more cheer, less cold.
That is definitely Billy. He got that white girl. That is, yes, 100% Billy Brooks right there. He's blurring everything, but got that white girl. If you still had any doubt, I mean, you shouldn't after that. But if you still have any doubt, then they finally get to that close-up of Billy.
The only thing we have to fear is...
Once you know he's there, once you know it's him, Billy, no disrespect, but you get kind of creepy because that's when you just start lurking. I mean, you just start lurking in the background. I mean, look at those shifty eyes.
Yeah. You don't know what I'm about to do.
Yeah, you about to kill everybody in this hallway right now. And like you look at me, he's lurking, and
he's lurking.
Yeah, and then there's other shots where you just are in the background, just over people's shoulders.
Yeah,
like you looking like the poster to Insidious right here, man.
This is black there too.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, Billy just lurking in the background.
For your ass.
Yeah, man, you lurking in so many shots. I'm thinking you could make a cut where it turns out Billy has been orchestrating everything that happens.
Martin, do you notice something about this scene right here? Anything?
Oh, is that Paul?
That's Paul.
Okay, because I remember
Paul, as I say, the other Billy.
Oh. Yes, because I remember we always see Paul. I was going to ask you about this because I was like, oh, that's Billy. I was like, wait, that looks like Paul.
People, this guy, so they filmed this show, or this movie, they filmed this movie in Austin. So there were a lot of people trying to get into this movie, whether it be trying to get a big role or trying to get, an extra part. And this dude right here that looks like Billy, he's the only dude in the scene, this dude right here, the show that we used to do at the WB back in the day, he worked there. And he was supposed to be you in my movie. Oh. He was the first one that I tried to get to come over and be your part, and he completely flaked on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't show up at all. I remember I called him later, and I just said, man, that was kind of messed up that you just left me hanging. We had people there, but I did get him to come in and double for you. There was a scene where you're hiding under a table, and he came in, and I used the top of his head for you.
Oh,
yeah. So in the movie, you got Zooey Deschanel.
I have to do something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. I have to let somebody know how I feel about it.
Nora, I like you.
That caught me off guard. I laughed at that.
I knew that was happening.
She went from the new guy to the new girl in that TV show.
Yeah.
A few years later.
Also, she sings when the band plays, because I was like, dang, this singing is good. And it's actually her singing.
Yeah, the band, her singing is good. I thought the band sucked.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's not, they about to introduce me. I thought, because the one thing I thought, I was like, hey, her voice is good, but I thought that band sucked.
Once I was a boogie singer, playing in a rock and roll band.
That is every cover band you hate.
Oh, yeah.
Going somewhere. Wow, you took that song that I used to like and just mangled it.
I'll give the Gerard Mixon. He's really playing the drums there.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's cool. No, that's real cool. I would, with like the movie open up with a little white boy wearing, Afro wig and dancing to James Brown and everything. I was about to cause some kind of appropriation thing with this, but then I was like, damn, and I'm not saying this is the way things should be. I'm just making an observation what they do. Why I can't really say that, because I noticed at the movie, they had they hooked up a lot of black dudes with white girls in here, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about, because I thought my man here wasn't gonna get anything. They even hooked him up, man. Gave him a little something.
Before I met Gil, I probably would have just looked at you with disgust.
Yeah, well, the universe is upside down.
And in a few minutes, you will be too.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. How about we do that you upside down?
Yeah. How about the universe is laying down?
I got a bad back.
He's going to walk away with chlamydia.
Yeah. In a few minutes. Wait, who else?
Everybody.
That's the school hoe right there.
It's like, oh, you ain't heard?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, no, you don't want to do that. Yes, I didn't know you don't want to do that.
No, I do.
Yes, I do. It's worth it, goddammit. You don't know what I
There's
had.
a cure for that shit.
Yeah.
I'm about to catch this shit.
I'm some sex people. I'm going to catch it.
Yeah, that's shit.
Give it to me twice.
Well, shit, put that shit in a glass and let me drink it. I'm about to get this.
I'll go.
Man, one thing I noticed is that this director must really love Creed, man. Because they made a big deal about Creed in this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Creed.
That should be the opposite way around.
You want to hear something funny? You want to hear something funny about that?
Yeah, well, hold on, because this is how it worked out in the sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, Creed. Will not be here tonight.
Everybody, that brother wanted to see Creed.
Yeah, he sure did, didn't he?
What? No Creed? Maybe he thought they want to show the movies.
Well, this is how behind this movie was. When we were shooting that scene, they were like, ladies and gentlemen, Creed. And everybody, we were all in the audience going, what's our reaction to that? Like, we're supposed to be happy? Like, and they were like, no, y'all supposed to cheer. We're like, can y'all pick a different band? I mean, like, come on, y'all. I mean, people making fun of Creed when I was a freshman in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like.
Listen, I ain't trying to talk bad about Creed, but shit, back then, at that point, people were like kind of making, they were the Nickelback of that time. So.
Right, yeah.
This was filmed in Austin, and so they had a scene where that last performance or that last party scene, that last concert scene, that was filmed at this place called the Broken Spoke, which is still here in Austin. Now, the funny thing about the Broken Spoke, looking at it here, that's 20-some years ago. So a lot has changed in Austin. You can see where that background right there, that sky is gone. You can see it built all around it.
The exterior.
There's big condos all around it. But that stays, the Broken Spoke stays untouched.
And then the exterior was filmed there. The interior was filmed out.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
You notice like over here, all that. This they try to make it like it's some backwoods country place, but some backwoods country road.
Right.
But it's actually in the middle of the city, but still this area was pretty clear. Not much development was going on. And
it's crazy.
As you can see now, look at that. It's
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Up.
Yes.
Where you have a little house and all the big condos next to it.
It's just like that.
That's what it looks like when you drive past a Broken Spoke.
Yeah, it is. It very much is.
Just wedged in there.
And last thing for you, speaking of cameos.
It's easy for a man like myself to forget what most poor slobs will do to get a woman.
David Hasselhoff. So there you go, folks. The Billy Brooks movie, a.k.a. The New Guy.
David Hasselhoff movie. Flew all them people in there for these little scenes.
That's all he does.
But Tommy Lee.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
All he says is, "Where's the VIP room?"
What? Okay, let me ask you this.
At the end credits, they show a longer scene with him.
Oh, they got cut. Yeah,
it got cut. But when you watch, you're like,
you see why they cut it.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Billy.
What's up?
How did they get all these cameos, man? Or why did they get all these cameos?
Well, the producers, it was when they did this Joe Roth and Todd Garner. When they first started Revolution Studios.
Oh yeah.
And Joe Roth was at Disney and had just tons of clout. And that's when he broke off of Disney and took Todd Garner with him. Todd Garner, my brother still knows him. He's produced Mortal Kombat, but just called him those favors. I mean, they got Ed Decter, who was a Disney studio director who you would direct
Lizzie McGuire.
He was the one that wrote Boy Meets World and all that.
This is back when Austin. I mean, Austin's this way now, but this is back when Austin was really getting this reputation as
right, starting to get
people coming in partying and whatnot. South by Southwest.
Titty bars. Let's be honest, and so it's just a producer like that calls. They're going to make some more movies down the line. I mean, if you think about it, Jerry O'Connell did Tomcats with Revolution Studios. That was like the first or second one they did.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie was terrible, but starting it.
So okay then.
It was just
calling in somebody just knew a lot of people.
Calling in favors. I mean, you know how it goes.
Called in people to party.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
Yeah. Come in and do a couple of lines and do a couple of lines.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, you got people like Tommy Lee and Gene Simmons. Ain't nobody asking Tommy Lee and Gene Simmons to act in anything.
Right.
They probably came running.
Funny thing is, Gene Simmons, he wasn't so bad in this, man.
No, he wasn't.
He had probably in a scene that didn't make no sense.
Right.
He probably had more more to do than a lot of people. You know, Gene Simmons. He's been in a few other movies too. He's not terrible.
Well, he was the villain in what was that Tom Selleck
Hardware or something like
sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Dang it,
not Hardware, but it was some, yeah, I know he was walking around with a suitcase and shit.
Yeah,
I'll take him.
Runaway. That was it. Yeah, Runaway. Thank you, Chat.